I have a question for you. If I asked all of you if you want to be healthy, probably everybody will say yes. Yes. But even though we all want to be healthy and very careful about our health, yet sometimes we get sick, isn't it? So what's the use of getting healthy if we get sick anyway? People sometimes say, why should I try to live healthy? I have a friend, William. He smoked, he drank, and he do unhealthful lifestyle that you can imagine. And he lived 95. While I have another friend, Alfred. He was a real health fanatic guy, and he got cancer and he died in his 50s. Well, it's true that some people are born with such a strong immune system that they can abuse their bodies and live still a very old age. And people who try to take good care of their health may still inherit a disease that makes them die young. But that is not normal, though. Scientists have done studies and studies that shows that we take care if we take care of our bodies and what we eat, there is a direct relationship with that, with how long we live. In the Bible times, the Egyptians had all sorts of wretched diseases, many of the same diseases that are making people miserable today. But God gave his people a promise. So turn your Bible to Exodus chapter 15, verse 26. Exodus chapter 15, verse 26. And let's read it together. If you will diligently hear to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon you, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that heals you. This is a wonderful promise for us to claim today, isn't it?
Amen.
But we have a part to play. And what is that part? We need to pay attention to what God says and to do what he asks. Today's presentation, we will be looking at one of God's laws of health, the sunlight. God has placed remarkable healing power in the sunlight. And sunlight is not as commonly talked about, except when warning about overexposure to prevent skin cancer. While avoiding the hazard elements of direct sunlight is not only wise, but it is also necessary. However, avoiding the sun altogether, and as the result, not getting enough direct sunlight on our skin, is even more problematic. So let's examine the benefits of healthy sun exposure without getting burnt or promoting sun damage. I know that I said that we're going to be talking about the 8 laws, well, the laws of health, and maybe some of you doesn't know what are the laws of health. So these are the 8 laws of health for Seventh-day Adventist people. Number 1 is we have to eat, nutritionally or nutritious food. We usually have a plant-based diet. We want to exercise regularly and drink plenty of water. And number 4 is spend time in sunlight. That is our topic today. And practice temperance. You have to use good things moderately, because even if you do good things and if you do it extremely, still it's bad. So breathe pure air and rest well. And you also have to put your trust in God. Now, let's go to traffic the sunlight. And I found this verse that's in Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. It says that, "But unto them that fear my name shall their righteousness arise with healing in his wings." So, put the sun there as yellow so that we can relate it to our topic. The healing power of the sun. What is the healing power of the sun? One of the healing power of the sun is, of course, I know that you guys know it already, and it's the source of energy. Sunlight is the source of energy that plants captured by the way of photosynthesis and package it into the food we eat, such as carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Sunlight also increases circulation in your body, such as it creates an internal environment which is favorable to lowering your blood pressure. It also increases oxygen in the blood. Sunlight, the volume, when the sunlight, you have the sunlight, it will increase the volume of oxygen in the blood. That results the red blood cells to carry more oxygen to the heart, and also will remove toxin as well. It also increases the number of white blood cells in your body, and these are the good cells in your body, the white blood cells. Sunlight also builds the immune system by sending more soldiers, which are the blood white cells, to fight against bacteria, infectious bacteria. We know that we have good bacteria in our stomachs, but this infectious bacteria, our white blood cells will fight for that, the viruses and the toxins. Sunlight also detoxify and get rid of poisonous substance in the liver by stimulating your liver, which is like a chemical. It will able to detoxify poisonous substances from the body and breaks the clot. And if the liver is clogged, it increases hypertension in you because the portal vein is near the middle of the near the liver, which affect the entire body. Sunlight also lowers cholesterol level by changing cholesterol to vitamin D. This is when the body manufactures vitamin D from cholesterol. That is really amazing when I try to research this. Never know this one. So through a process triggered by the action of sunlight in your skin, it will change. You have many cholesterol in there. If you go to the sun, have some sunlight for 15 to 30 minutes, it will convert that cholesterol to vitamin D. The liver and the kidneys help convert vitamin D, so it's activate hormone form known as calcitrol. So in actual fact, vitamin D technically is sunlight derived from hormone calcitrol. Also, as this cholesterol in the arteries is converted to vitamin D, the clogged arteries begin to open up, That, I think that's understandable. Vitamin D is essential for calcium and phosphorus absorption. So if you don't have that vitamin D, it will not absorb that calcium and phosphorus to your bones. Vitamin D helps ensure that the body absorbs retained calcium and phosphorus. Both are critical for building bones. Vitamin D helps absorb calcium and thus help to form and maintain strong bones and teeth. Also, vitamin D prevents rickets in children as well, and osteoporosis and osteomalacia in adults. Laboratories studies show that vitamin D can reduce cancer cell growth and plays a vital role in controlling infection. Sunlight also helps reduce jaundice in newborn babies. I experienced this in the hospital when I was assigned in the OB. No more than 10 minutes of direct sunlight, if your baby have a jaundice, you put that 10 minutes in the sunlight followed by 20 minutes of indirect exposure in shade and not a black windows. And if you see any signs of reddening at the skin point, you have to keep the baby in the shade, and otherwise continue alternating sun and shade along with frequent feedings and diaper changes. Sunlight eliminates depression and improves one's mood. When you are deprived by sunlight, you're not going much in sunlight. It can cause a condition called a seasonal affective disorder. It's a form of depression. It is more common in winter months, but also common in people who work long hours in office buildings. It is known that in Alaska they have much depression there, I think because the sun is out for a long time. Exercising outdoors is also recognized as an effective natural antidepressant. The exercise itself contributes to this beneficial effect. Sunlight also helps regulate body hormone. Light affects body hormones, and the primary hormones affected is melatonin. And melatonin is important for helping you sleep. And I have a lot of things to say about melatonin, but I don't have much space, so I'll just keep it that way, that melatonin helps you to sleep. Sunlight synchronizes your body's biological clock. Light also helps synchronize your biological clock so that you function and feel better. So far, knowing all these important benefits of sunlight, is there any wonder why the Bible says that unto them that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings? Now, how to apply sunlight in your daily life? First, plan to go to bed early so that you can wake up early. This is my problem. I have to, I guess, learn to do that. Exposure, well, I have to ask you, when you wake up early and then the sun is not there yet and then you see the sunrise, I think it really makes you feel good. Like sometimes we go for a vacation and we go early, like 5 o'clock, and then we see the sunrise. And it just feels good. It's kind of like you're always in vacation when you wake up early, I guess. Not maybe to you guys, for me. Exposure to the sun should be done slowly if you are not used to the sun. Then your skin will be sensitive to it. Start 10 to 15 minutes a day, and then gradually increase to 15-30 minutes daily. A 15 to 30 minutes exposure to sun can provide you with the recommended daily quota for vitamin D. Avoid the risk of skin cancer. Avoid get burned. Sunburn will build up if you avoid sunburn, your skin will building up your tolerance so slowly. The sunrise are most dangerous between 10 a.m. To 2 p.m. So try to wear a hat. You can buy this hat. I see one, I think yesterday. Yes, in the dollar store. It's only $1. It's a nice hat. It's plastic, When you go to your garden, wear that one, just to protect your face. It's also dangerous between 11 to 3 p.m. daylight saving time. The best time of sun exposure is between morning at 9 to 9:30 a.m. and afternoon is 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And also allow sunlight in your home to disinfect. Why is that? Because allowing sunlight to shine into your home helps not only to elevate your mood. Oh, this is a problem in our house? Because I shouldn't say that. I usually the one who get kind of like open the windows because I like sunlight in the house. It makes you feel like cool. It's daytime. You feel like you're gonna feel like energetic. That's just the way I feel it. But I think it's true. Allowing sunlight to shine in your home, elevate your mood. It also bacteria levels are lowest near an outside window. So that is proven. Alright, this is from Ellen White's books. Ellen White talks about how some of us violate the laws of health and how we can prevent it. Here are some of her messages to the East Day people. And if there is a visitor today, this is for you too. It says that thousands need and would gladly receive instruction concerning the simple methods of treating the sick, methods that are taking the place of the use of poisonous drugs. But this is the assumption of many of us because we think we're Christians. So many have expected that God would keep them from sickness merely because they have asked Him to do so. But God did not regard their prayers because their faith was not made perfect by works. It means, you just want to pray, but I'm going to do what I want. So God answered my prayer because I'm going to do what I want. So because their faith was not made perfect by works, they don't want to follow. God will not work a miracle to keep those from sickness who have no care for themselves, but are continually violating the laws of health and make no efforts to prevent diseases. So Jesus Christ is the great healer, and it's true, but He desires that by living in conformity with His laws, we may cooperate with Him in the recovery and the maintenance of health. I guess that's it for you today for sunlight. And here's my references where I take that. And thank you so much for listening to me.
Amen.